So I was noticing someone was doing an event this past weekend, and they were talking about pricing and program directing. And I started thinking about how much of that has really changed since the mid 90s. When I had my school back in Florida, we had a private intro room. Everything was scripted around, having someone come in, uh, finding what the benefits they're looking for, and then we're talking about those benefits. We're teaching in class. We're showing all the cool stuff we do and how we get the kids to actually do their homework and clean their room and brush their teeth, and they had their good job sheets. And then after that, they came back and they earned their white belt at the height of their enthusiasm, and then we signed them up. And only then would we convey the prices. And things in not only the martial arts industry, but everything has changed to where I feel people are looking for two important things. One is you're authentic, that you're not trying to come in and manipulate them through a series of classes and series of things. So they want you to be authentic. I'm coming to you because I have a challenge, and you're just being you. And because of that, you're totally transparent. I mean, there's no secret here. This is martial arts. I've been glad to share my prices. These are prices, which is kind of neat. Because as I started to do the slides for this presentation today, I got online and I Googled martial arts schools near me. Now, being in West Palm Beach, there's probably 30 martial arts schools within 2.5 miles from me. And they're big schools, and it's like American Top Team, the Gracies. I mean, there's a lot of really big schools there. And I didn't look at all of them, but everyone I did look at, no one would share the prices. So I figured I'd just look up yoga. So it said yoga near me. Again, a whole bunch of things popped up. Every yoga page shared their prices. They shared their by the class. If you bought 30 lessons or you bought 60 lessons, they all shared the prices. And then I got on fitness. I noticed fitness does the same thing. And then I started thinking, if I want to go to a restaurant, I usually look it up online. I've heard this restaurant's a good restaurant. I look it up online. First thing I do is I look on the menu. They don't erase the prices on the menu. They show you what's available and the prices. So they're being totally transparent. I know if I'm going to go to this certain restaurant and I decide to order the steak, it's going to be $27.95. I haven't tasted the steak yet. I haven't felt the atmosphere of the place besides the pictures, but I know what I'm going to invest. So I think in 2018, it's really time for martial arts schools to become transparent, and a lot have done that already. Probably 80% of the school owners that I work with, I do coaching, no longer have intro rooms. They don't do private intros. People come in and they either do a 2-lesson trial or a 1-lesson trial class in their beginner classes or in their welcome class. After that, they sit down and they talk to the people about the programs. A few years ago when I opened my school in Boca Raton, I did a different thing. I gave prices first, and then I get the lessons. And a lot of you guys who do private coaching me have seen that Boca pricing letter where I kind of talk about the vision of a black belt school. I said that you've just taken a class, you tried it with one of our wonderful instructors. This is what we offer during the next step. The next step is our welcome program. I list the benefits of welcome program, and I give them 2 options to finance. Either they're going to finance the program themselves, or they're going to allow the school to set up financing for them. They get the prices, they get the letter, and then they get to watch the class. So just being transparent, being transparent and upfront teaches you a lot. One is you're confident your price is backed up by value. And then if you start thinking, okay, this is my price and this is the value, is it right? Maybe do I need to increase the value? In other words, I set up this for pricing, but when I really sit back and think about it, before I tell someone exactly what it is, do I have to increase the value? Do you think you have to point out the reason of your prices? If you have to think about too much of the reasoning, there may be too much involved. In other words, hey, the reason our price is so much is because we have this location. This location has so many cars going by. Now, we're not going to do that. We're going to show our program, and then we're going to just be transparent on the prices. Maybe we're at a position to go, wow, this is my prices. This is my facility. is it worth it? There's a person down the street and now they're doing this and this. Is it comparable? Is it apples to apples? Maybe I could have more of a price hike, or maybe I should actually lower my price. So a lot of times when we're thinking about this, it has to do with our facility, has to do with our location, our equipment, our instructors, our testing, and our events. Again, before was like, this is what we do, and this is how much it is. Or being transparent, we go, this is how much it is, and this is why it's worth it. So it's basically the same thing, we're just switching positions. So being transparent, we show the price. When people come in and they try it, and this, okay, we're doing this, and this is why we're worth it. That's how it justifies that price. They're seeing the value after the price instead of switching that around. When I start thinking about transparency, start thinking about our prospects. Our prospects are coming to us because they have a need, they have a challenge, they have an issue going on in their life. Maybe their life is a little bit off balance. So when we say off balance, they may just be in a situation where things are going pretty good, and then all of a sudden they're feeling that they're a little bit overweight than other people that are hanging out, so they feel off balance in their life, and now they're looking for fitness. Maybe their kid is getting picked on in school, and all of a sudden the kid's getting afraid to go to school. The parents are thinking, I don't feel right about this. My child's not balanced, so we have to go back and revisit this, and how can I help my child? Hey, maybe we should do martial arts. So just I was talking to Rob from ABD, we have to be empathetic. We have to understand that people are coming to us because they have a challenge. Now we need to demonstrate how much we care. If we demonstrate how much we care, we're showing them the value that goes along with the price we mentioned. A couple of things we should do is we should talk always benefits and results. We have to be positive. We're solution oriented. Again, people coming up with challenges or problems. We have the solution. They picked the right martial arts school. I don't mind giving the price. I was at a school the other day before we started the intro. I was talking to parents doing a little tour of the school. It goes, oh, we're going to teach your child the class. Our class is only $179 a month if you decide to continue. So he was right up front, totally transparent with his price. So when we start with the letter that I had, I tried to just pre-frame the vision of our school. So we're a black belt school. So I make sure that in the letter that I give out to the parents, because our school is a black belt school, meaning our goal is to get you to the level of black belt proficiency in the next 36 or so months. We will get you in the best shape of your life, arm you with self-defense skills, and more importantly, empower you with confidence, integrity, self-esteem, patience, and indomitable spirit. This is the big picture. We have them try our class, and then on the letter, we call it our welcome program. The next step from trying out our program is to join our welcome program. You've only been here for 2 classes. You've only been here for 6 weeks. Whatever your trial program is, you've only been here for this amount of time. You're not ready for the big picture yet. Our next step is the welcome program. Now you have to start putting some of the benefits of the welcome program. I've just put things that I like. I like 2 classes a week. I like a 6-month program. Back here. So it's a 6-month program. We do the Black Belt Excellence Sheets. We have free school events, social events. Now, I know a lot of you charge for your parent side outs and things like that, but we usually think of like 4 events that we have through the season or through the year. We always do a Christmas party. Of course, I don't charge for my Christmas party. We have a schools out party when school gets out. That's a freebie. Coming up in September, we do a black belt, or not black belt, but a back to school buddy bash. So those are free events. So we do have free social events. We have makeup classes if you miss classes. And during the 6 months, you have a complete novice curriculum. Some people put in test fees. Some people put in equipment. You really have to decide what's going to be your welcome program. Then there's 2 ways to finance your welcome program. You can self-finance a program. Self-finance basically means they're going to pay in full. Usually they're going to either get one of 2 things. They're going to get added time or money savings. So if they prepay a 6-month program, maybe you get it to 7th month absolutely free. If they prepay the 6-month program or the welcome program, they're going to get $200 off. But this would be one of the options. The other way to do the payments is have the school finance it. School financing usually means we're going to break this up to 6 payments. The first 2 payments are made as a down payment, so now they're paying their first and last payment, and then they'll have 4 equal payments. Try not to give too many choices. Too many choices gets people confused. So it's pretty basic, simple. You know, you can either do a self-finance program, put on your credit card, pay and check, or you can school finance. When you start thinking about your pricing and being transparent, start thinking about what you really want to get when someone enrolls. When someone enrolls, I like to get a good portion of my people to pay in full because that really helps my cash flow. I've done tons of seminars on this. I've showed the difference between schools that finance things 100% and schools that get a percentage of cash. The schools that get a percentage of cash always gross more. When you start thinking about schools that are having a student value of $200 to $250, they're getting quite a bit of cash. So what do I want to charge? How long do I want to charge for to increase my paid in fulls? This is one reason I happen to like a 6-month program. A 6-month program, most people really aren't concerned about commitment. It's only 6 months. And the price of a 6-month program is less, so now more people are going to want to pay in full. And I said, well, what's going to happen? Then all of a sudden my monthly recurring billing is going to drop down. Well, not really, because once someone's done with your welcome program, they're going to go to a longer-term program. Since a longer-term program has a higher price, most people are going to finance, and that's going to help your check. Also, if I'm going to start being totally transparent, I'm going to post my prices online, I would feel more comfortable and feel like I'm not going to scare as few people off if I post a 6-month program. So a 6-month program, again, the total cost is probably affordable for most people. That's in your ideal student. It may not fit everyone, but if you're looking for people that can comfortably afford your program, you know, I think a 6-month program is ideally priced. Also think about other things that people are totally transparent. If I Google, I want to buy a new Ford Mustang, all the car dealerships have apps. An app says, build your own car. And so you pick out the model you want, the color you want, the features you want, and it tells you the price. And then it tells you the price if you pay for the car, and then it tells you your financing options, and depending on your credit, what finance options you're going to fall into. So even a car dealership that's putting out a Mustang for $30,000, they're still totally transparent with the price. This is the price if you just buy it. This is the price you finance it. It should be no difference when you're martial arts school. It's a kind of a new way of thinking because a lot of us have come up through the martial arts for a lot of years, and we came up through, well, people really don't know what martial arts is. So we better not tell them the price because that may scare them. We better come in and they learn about. But the truth is, if I Googled right now how much the martial arts class is, I'm going to be able to find out the answer for the average price in your area. So I think it's totally cool to be totally transparent with your prices, both when they walk into the school and then when they go online. Someone posted this, and I know the guy's got a school in California. He posted a real nice pricing sheet online. I really liked it today. The only thing I didn't like about it, he gave 4 payment options, and again, I think 4 is too many. But it was a really nice pricing sheet. He gave all the benefits, and then he had like a paid in full was the biggest savings. Someone could save $450, and then it had finance options. Then he had the same thing for leadership. I think it's really cool to also be transparent with your leadership because we have our first step, our next step, and of course the big step is leadership. This is when a person's getting to yellow belt or getting to the end of the 6-month program. Now they're doing a 24-month commitment. Again, I can't tell you how long to do your leadership. Kind of depends on the laws of your state. what you may want to do into that. I know even some schools that are allowed to do real long-term programs still keep their leadership down to 24 months. Again, that's a nice commitment to get from students. And again, we're not really selling contracts. We are selling programs. Some people want to pre-sell programs because they're going to save money. I have a good friend who's got a school in San Antonio, Texas. In fact, it's part of the ATA, and his school sells more leadership programs than any other ATA school in the country. He sells so many because his 24-month leadership is, I don't even know, I think it's like $4,800. But if you prepay it, you get your third year absolutely free. So you get 3 years for the price of 2. He sells a ton of them, and he sells a lot of them where people pay in full. But that would be your next step. Again, being confident in my program and knowing that I'm really a black belt school, and I've converted a lot of students from white belt to black belt over the last 5 years. I'm pretty confident that I can do a good job on that. And I don't mind posting my leadership program when people come into my pro shop or on my website saying this is the Big Step program after you do the welcome program. And our Big Step program is, and it's called the Big Step because you're making a big step in your goals for your martial arts. It's not just getting to green belt now. It's looking forward to that black belt lifestyle. Again, so this would lead to prices in your pro shop, prices online. I just kind of want to open this up for the next 5 minutes or so and just kind of get your feedback on how you feel about being totally transparent with pricing.
Grandmaster Silva.
Mr. Convento, good morning.
Good morning, sir. We don't actually put it on our website, but obviously on the first day, we give them all the prices. It's a little, I guess it's a little kind of hard to explain to people if you have a family, and if you want to go to 1 class or 2 classes. And generally speaking now, when people ask me the price, I just tell them we tell you that on the first day. And they don't really pursue it any more than that. So we're transparent, but we just don't put it on the website.
I was talking to Shane Simpson, who's got a school in Bellingham, Washington, about 5 years ago. And I gave him that Boca pricing letter because that was the same time I opened my school in Boca Raton. And he says, you can tell the people the price before they take their first class? I go, absolutely, for a couple of reasons. One, I'm going to make sure I do a really, really good job on that first class because I want to show people the value of my program. Plus, I'm not going to have anything to hide. And he was really reluctant, and then he started doing it, and people would come up with a pricing sheet, and it's okay, I want to do the prepayment or I want to do this. They had enough information where they just said, hey, I'm going to do this. But some people did have questions, like you say, that, you know, I can't bring my child twice a week. I can only get him here once a week. So yeah, then we sit down and we talk about those different options.
Yeah.
Mr. Del Castillo, Mr. Del Castillo is online today. He's winning our 100 students 100 contest. Signed up 81 people in the last 2 months. So what do you think, sir?
I think it's good stuff. I mean, at this point, we don't do this exactly. We do the, we're doing the 6 week for 99. I bring everybody in on that. And then, and usually by about week 4 is when I'm actually going over the package with them and upgrading them. But I think this is definitely something to consider. I agree in your comparison to other industries that everything is becoming more transparent. And that it could take away some wondering mystery of what it's going to be like when they get here, kind of deal.
Well, like I say, yoga places do, fitness places do. If I was looking for Krav Maga and I'm in Tampa and I come across your website and I opt in for more information, or I see that your welcome program is a 6-week program for $149, and I'm going to have a $30 savings and includes this and this, I can see where people would really buy online. I mean, if you're all equipped with the Rainmaker Path and you're giving that type of information, I could see what people would be choosing their classes, their start time, registering and paying for it. It's not a lot of money. And again,
and we are doing all that with the
so you are being totally transparent then.
we with the week for 99, yes, sir.
Okay.
Just haven't gone beyond that yet. But that you're absolutely right. There's even people buying it before they walk in, and other people buying it through Groupon now. Yeah, so yeah.
Oh, I just kind of want to mention that. I mean, I know you're not doing the welcome. Your 6-week program or your 1-month program is a trial program, but you're letting people know that price before they even walk into your school and see you. One thing I like about your website is the tour of the school. So when you can actually get a feel of your school and you see the price, and you can see that, the staff and everything and the students are happy with the program. So I like what you're doing, and you are getting the results there too. So
Thank you.
Okay, no more comments. I thought we'd get a lot of comments on this one. Okay, everyone. So again, just to make yourself feel better, before you start doing this and start thinking about it, just start searching for other things online. And again, you can find prices. And again, just if you want, Google prices of martial arts in my area, you may even pop up, because I know there's a couple of schools in our area did that. And if it's that easy to get prices, why don't I just put it on my website and give them a heads up. So thanks for joining us. If you have any questions, you can private email me. It's greg@gregsilva.com. And I will see you soon. Thank you.